to the channel. As always, do me one favor, man. Hit that like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. And as always, at the end of each month, we're going to come in and bring you a update on how our dividends, how much we received in dividends from the previous month. So in this video, we're going to recap our October dividends to see where we stand. And I think you guys are going to be impressed about the progress we've been making with our dividends. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it and let's see what we did for the month of October. Here. We're going to start right at the top with QQ. Oh, no, that's at the bottom, actually. We're going to go right to the top with AMZY, where we received $102.88. BITO, we received $13.22. BLX, we received $9.14. And let me slow down. Let me go back because I'm supposed to be giving an update on how many shares I currently have at the beginning of November. So AMZY, we have currently 191 shares. BITO, we have 18 shares. BLOX, we have 52 shares. So AMZY did recently switch from a monthly paying dividend to a weekly paying. And we've trimmed our position over the last month to, redirect those funds somewhere else. But currently we have 191 shares of AMZY. So let's go down to BTCI. We have 3 shares and we received $5.20. COYY, we received $7.16, and we don't have any shares of COYY, meaning we sold that position. CSCO, we have 47 shares and we received $19.22. Divo, we received $7.91. Currently have 43 shares. FEPI, one of my favorite ETFs, we received $62.24. We currently have 61 shares. And just look at the progression of FEPI in regards to the dividend payout. January, $50, February, $48, March, $47, April, $43. So you saw it trending down, but then you started to pick up, right? This is a long game. May, $49, June, $52, July, $54, August, $55, September, $58, October, $62. So FEPI, one of the ETFs, I don't even touch this ETF. I just let the dividends reinvest each month. And as you see, it's just growing. GDXY, we received $15.53. We currently have 12 shares. HOOY also recently switched to a weekly payer. In October, we received $175.88. Currently have 24 shares. HOOW, one of our major players right now, a weekly pair. In October, we received $730. Currently have 135 shares, which is increasing each week. IWMI, we received $4.27. We currently have 7 shares. JetQ, one of the ones that's been in the portfolio for quite a while, we received $74. Currently have 169 shares. Maine, we received $5.29. We currently have 21 shares. Let's go down. MVYY, we received $106. We currently have 101 shares. Also a weekly pair. PFFA, we received $25.50. We currently have 151 shares. Another one that I rarely touch, just let it grow over time with reinvesting. As you see, January, $23.75, February, $23.93, March, $24.12, April, $24.30, May, $24.51, June, $24.71, July, $24.91, August, $25.11, September, $25.31, and October, $25.50. So steadily growing with each reinvestment. Let's keep going here. QQQ, we received $1.45. We currently have 2 shares. QQQI, we received $4.23. We currently have 6 shares. SMMY, fairly new position. We received $6.50. share. Testing this one out right now. I'm not sure how I'm gonna say 40 cents. That's a weekly pair. SPY, we received $6.32. Currently have 3 shares of the SPY. SPYI, we received $3.58. Currently have 6 shares. ULTY, we received $98. Currently have 0 shares. This is a position that we did exit out of. Made some pretty decent money. Overall, $466. Just didn't like how the direction of the price was going. Probably could have stuck it out, but that's one of the decisions that you have to make. But we did do well in it while we was in it. VOO, we received $1.16. We have less than 1 share of VOO currently. That's in my son's account. VTI, we received $5.33. Currently have 6 shares. We paid, I'm saying we paid, but WPAY, we received $180.89. This is a weekly paying position. We currently have 66 shares. And YMAX, we received $23.13. We currently have 29 shares, which brings our grand total for October to $1,695.90 in dividends for the month of October. This is our highest paying month that we have had in dividends ever, breaking our previous record we set in August when we had $1,588.21. So in October, we received $1,695.90 in dividends. Just take a look. In October 2024, we received $701. So that just goes to show the progress we've made over the last 12 months. That's an increase of $993 in dividend income month, year over year, as far as the October of 2025 compared to October 2024. So we've already received $424 in dividends for the month of November. We just only do a week in November. So that brings our grand total for the year in dividend income to $10,749.40. That's $10,749.40. Remember, we set a goal this year of $12,000 in dividend income. We are only $1,250 away from achieving that goal. And just how the year started, I didn't think we had a realistic shot of reaching that goal. As you see in January, we started off with $860. February 7, 6, 619, 944, started to pick up 913, 947. Then boom, we started knocking it out the park. 1,500, 1,400. Now we hit it with almost 1,700. And November is going to be a pretty good month as well. And for November, right, if everything goes according to plan, and I have my little dividend, you probably can't see it here, but I have my little dividend app that I have that kind of keeps me on track and gives me an estimate of what I'm expecting. And I was going through my days each month because it can break it down by each day what you're expected to receive based on the number of shares and the dividend payout. It updates all the time because these weekly payers, they update their dividend payouts each week, right? And the monthlies and the quarterlies and all that. So we're on pace to receive a dividend every single day that the market is open for this month. So every single day in the month of November that the stock market is open, we will receive a dividend. Some may be small, some may be big, but we're going to receive a dividend every single day for the month of November that the stock market is open. So that's a huge, 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 huge accomplishment. Assuming that I don't make any adjustments to the portfolio, which I don't think I will this month as far as the dividends are concerned. So we're going to let that rock out. And we're expecting a pretty good month in November. And I'm telling you, just looking at my dividend calculator here, or payout, in December, mind you, we just started getting over $1,000 a month in dividend income, a few months ago here in August, right, was our first month. And it's telling me by December, we should hit the $2,000 mark. Assuming nothing crazy happens, which something crazy can happen between now and December, especially with all the stuff that's going on right now. But we are expecting to hit $2,000 in dividends for the month of December. Just to break it down even more, I think December has. I'm looking at the calendar now. It has 5 potential payouts on Tuesday. Tuesday is one of my biggest months that I receive dividends on. So with December having 5 Tuesdays for the month of December, that's going to increase our dividends, and it's going to possibly put us over 2,000. We have to wait and see, because we can't predict what the payouts are going to be at all. So that may be the start of something getting us to that next level. Remember how long? I don't know if you watch these videos, man. It took forever just to get to 1,000. I mean, it took forever to get to 500, 600. I was excited about that. So now we hitting 1,000. And now, if everything goes according to plan, we can be hitting $2,000 in dividend income real soon. So, just stay tuned. I'm going to keep giving you guys updates. And, we're going to see how this thing goes. But for October, we received $1,695.90 in dividend income. That's a huge month for us. Like I said, it's the highest paying month that we received so far. So, but yeah, let me come off of this for a sec, because I want to speak on something, and I just want to be clear about this dividend income and why it's important to me. Right. So first and foremost, this stock market journey has been, very long for myself. Like, I'm not new to the stock market at all. It's taking years to build up some of these portfolios from scratch. Right. Nothing was given to me, nothing was handed to me, anything like that. Like, I just made a decision one day to, start going all in the stock market. And that takes a while if you're starting to build something up from scratch. And, I don't get, I talk about dividends. That's been a crucial point of my portfolio over the last few years. But let's be clear, like, the foundation of my portfolios is still the S&P, and it's still tech, right? Amazon, Google, Apple are still my 3 largest positions in my portfolio. I have several S&P 500 positions in the portfolio. So those are the foundation. Like, I have several portfolios, and you've heard me say this before, but my strategy in building a portfolio is you need to have the S&P, you need to have some growth stocks, and then you can work your way to income, right? So the S&P, growth / tech, then you can work your way to the income. So for me, I'm building my way, I'm working on the income piece, because what the income piece is going to double back. Not only is it going to provide me the financial freedom, but it's going to double back around and allow me to keep building up the S&P, keep building up those tech positions, and keep building up my income, right? So I'm going to do another video just to show you the progress we've made on this passive income. But, I just want to be clear. I'm not the type that's going to go around and say, oh, you just need all dividend stocks. Oh, just get the no, that's not true. In my opinion, right? And you can have a portfolio of all dividend stocks if you want, as long as you know what the purpose of this portfolio is, right? It's probably not going to give you the same type of overall return as you would by investing in the S&P, as you would invest in some growth positions, some solid growth or tech positions. So as long as you know what the purpose of the portfolio is, that's okay. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat in the stock market game. You just have to be in the game to win. And then you can develop your own strategy from there, right? So I'm not telling you what's right or what's wrong or how you should do it. I can only give you how I'm doing it and how I built up my portfolio over the years and how I'm going to continue to build it. And the portfolio is set up to, as long as the stock market is going up, the portfolio is going to supercharge. And if the portfolio is going to go down, yes, you're going to take some hits just like any other portfolio. But now what I'm also able to do is build up more shares with the dividend income, and because I'm reinvesting everything. And so if I'm telling you I'm getting paid in November every single day from dividends, well, guess what? Those dividends are getting reinvested. And if the stock market is down, it may get reinvested at a lower price. You're able to buy more shares. And so when the market turns around, which historically it always does, then your portfolio is going to be even stronger in the long run. And that's the goal. Like, this is still, like, I'm not a millionaire or anything like that. So this is still part of the foundation part of building that portfolio, building that foundation, right? I go on Twitter every day. I see people getting 7,000, 8,000, 10,000 in dividends. Crazy, right? Well, either they had a lot of money to put in, or they've had this strong foundation where they can invest in these dividend stocks, and it can grow their portfolio despite what's going on in the market. And so that's what I'm trying to get to as well. So, like I said, there's no right or wrong way to build a portfolio. Just know and understand what works for you, and do your own research. Do your own, because I'm not a financial advisor. There's very few financial advisors out here on the internet. So always be prepared to do your own research, and that'll always be better for you in the long run. But for me, man, we're still growing this dividend portfolio. We're doing really well right now. To be at almost $1,700 in the month of October. I don't know if we'll reach that in November, but I expect a strong November, I expect a strong December, and then we're setting it up for a big run in 2026. I haven't decided what's going to be the goal. We set a goal for $12,000 in 2025. Obviously, that's going to be much higher in 2026. So it's definitely going to be 15,000 or above, maybe close to 16, 17,000 goal, which I think we can blow past that, honestly, if everything goes. I may put it at 20. I may push myself, right? I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set a $20,000 goal in dividend income for 2026. We're gonna see how it goes, right? Because when we said 12 this year, we're gonna blow past that, and we're gonna set it for 20 next year, and then we'll see how it goes. So that'll give us something to shoot for. But in the meantime, man, we still gonna be investing in S&P. We're still going to be investing in these growth and these tech. We hope. We can't control what's going on, with the government and all that type of stuff. But we hope the stock market stays on track. The job. It's been kind of shaky the last few days. I'm gonna be honest with you. But you gotta just stay with the long-term mindset. So, and that's what I'm doing. And we shooting for these $2,000 in dividends. I think we can do it really, really, really soon. And we're gonna keep building, keep growing, keep reinvesting, and we'll see where that's going to take us in the long run. So, I'm gonna land the plane there. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I know the video is a little bit longer than normal. Like I said, I'm gonna do my best to try to keep posting as much as I can. Man, I'll be on the go, man. I got a son that's in college playing basketball, so I try to catch his games, and I'm a road warrior right now. So just bear with me during this time. So, but until next time, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and hit the like button, and share, subscribe to the channel, leave me some feedback. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later.